to the show. Yet another beacon of hope who we are happy to have on the show, hailing all the way from North Carolina. And Kellie is a cheerleader, a rising senior, so even younger than us, even continuing to make me feel old and like I'm not doing stuff of meaning. But I will try and keep up with these crazy kids. So how you doing, Kellie?
Good. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you for being had. So Kellie, you're in high school, correct?
Yes.
So and you're a cheerleader.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about your journey as a cheerleader with special needs, kind of what you've taken that, what you've done.
Well, I started in middle school, and that was a really good experience, and I fell in love with the sport and the bonds and social outlet it gave me. And then, but when you get to high school, it's a little more difficult it's more competitive, so you need a certain skill set that I was not able to attain. So I decided that a gym near me that was very successful should make a team for kids like me that maybe cannot attain that ability but love the sport for what it is.
And you created your team.
Yes.
That's incredible. So I think we have some other people other than Rachel and me who are in awe of what you do. We have some other messages who are in awe of what you do. Even bigger names than us.
Kellie, good luck on your cheerleading duties tomorrow. If you need any pointers, I'm around.
Do things they love without worrying about pressure or skill level, but just for the fun of it.
Yeah. Well, when Seth Rogen wishes you good luck, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
So you clearly love what you do. You clearly love cheering so much that you wanted to give the opportunity to others who may not have had the opportunity. You took your adversity and channeled it into a program for yourself and for others. And if that's not paying it forward, I don't know what is.
It's very rewarding to see the other girls enjoy it so much and fall in love with it the way I did.
Yeah. So you recently started another project, the KAHL project, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that. What does that stand for?
That stands for kindness, acceptance, humility, and love. Those are just 4 traits that I try to show in my everyday life to myself and to others. And I notice now that I'm older, there's a lot of division in the world, and just maybe people don't always think before they say stuff, or maybe there's just some discrimination against people with disabilities or mental illness, and I just wanted to make a page to use my experiences to help others that might be on the same page or maybe have a loved one on the same page as me.
Wow. What kind of stuff's on that page? Do you just share your story?
Yeah, I share a lot of messages about like anti-bullying because that's something I've struggled with. And I try to make like care packages to send to the babies in the NICU or the kids in the hospital or to foster care. I'm going to start that soon, probably like tomorrow or sometime this week. And just to make people feel better, especially at a time like today, but to also just promote the message of more kindness in the world because I think kindness is very easy and it's very beneficial.
We definitely need a lot more of that in the world, and I'm so happy with what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And Kellie, I want you to repeat that line you said. You said something about kindness is very what?
Kindness is very easy, and it doesn't cost anything, and it's very good because you don't know what other people are going through. It could really help someone if you take time out of your day to be kind to someone.
Rachel, I want you to indulge me for 2 seconds here. I really want to emphasize that point that Kellie just made, that how easy it is to be kind. Some people think it's very hard to be kind. It's not. It's not hard to do the right thing. As long as you have a basic sense of right and wrong, you see that someone's struggling, it's not hard for you to reach out to them. It's really not. We're in an age of social media where you can reach out to anyone if you know their name, if you know anything about them. You can touch a lot of people metaphorically. And
Yeah.
the fact that you're taking that by the reins, that everyone we've talked to on this show is taking that and just running with it, is phenomenal.
Thank you. I hope to reach more people with it eventually, maybe in the next year, to reach a lot more people, maybe speak somewhere or travel.
Yeah. Well, you've clearly reached us.
It's a lot easier to be kind than to be mean to someone.
Yeah.
It is. It is. That's just a fact. And I think that fact is lost on a lot of people. And Kelly, I think your message is definitely worth sharing. And I'm glad it's being shared. So when did you start cheering?
I started in 2016. I got interested in 2015 from watching my middle school cheer team cheer, and I noticed like what bond they had, and I knew I wanted to be a part of something special like that. So next year I did it, and it changed my life.
That's awesome.
That's really cool because cheerleading really helped me. I used to do that from when I was really little up until middle school, and I noticed the same thing. So I'm glad that it works for you.
Thank you. It's really fun.
Yeah. I was never a cheerleader, so I feel like a third wheel in this conversation. But I'll try and hold my own. I'll try and carry the pyramid. Is that the right term?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm learning. So, Kelly, your team that you created, I want to talk a little bit more about that. So, the division you said was called Cheer Abilities.
Yes, it's special division.
What made you want to? Was it just purely out of the goodness of your own heart that you wanted to really create this opportunity for others? And
Yes,
what's the team called? What have you done?
Dream Team. It's called Dream Team.
Love it. So, can you talk a little bit more about that? What was the goal of Dream Team?
The goal of Dream Team was to give kids. There were not actually any other opportunities in my area of North Carolina, or for cheer that certain division. Not many programs actually have it. So I noticed there needed to be one, and there are a lot of kids in this area that would benefit from that. And we have girls like ranging from like 6 to 24 years old on this team. But they all share the same like passion for the sport, regardless of like anything that might limit them. We all love the sport and each other.
How did that happen? Was it an email or was it a request or what? What happened?
I sent an email in December of 2017. They said that they were just opening a new facility. Like I think it went late, so they didn't open until March of 2019. So he said they're definitely gonna do that once they open their new facility. Then February 2018, I checked back and they said they were gonna do it once the new facility opened. That took a lot longer than expected. And me and my coach were like getting nervous. We didn't know they were going to be able to go through with it, but eventually the new facility opened and we were able to get it started. We had a good start.
That's important. So, Rachel, did we have a good start? And how's our middle doing?
I think that we have done really well, and I'd also love to mention that we all have autism on this show, but there's some places that there's not a lot of things or places for us to go, and sometimes you have to take a stand and help others, and I love it. I think this has been one of the best interviews.
Yeah. So we've talked about kindness, we've talked about humility, we've talked about love. I will bring in the acceptance, and we will accept our surprise stream invader, none other than Johnny Damon, formerly of the Boston Red Sox, boo, and the New York Yankees, yay!
Yay!
So it is my pleasure to welcome Johnny Damon to the Chapters Rap Youth Hero Show.
Thank you guys so much. Kelly, you know how important you and your family are to the Damon family, and I wanted to say hello, and I just hope everybody is doing great in your family, especially Rachel and Tyler. I hope everybody is doing great. I know we're going through a difficult time, but Kelly, you're family to us, and anytime you want to come back to Florida and hang out and enjoy my fantastic pool, come on down.
Yeah.
Johnny, do I have an invite?
Of course, Tyler. You know,
Yes.
it's easy to keep
Sick.
social distancing, but guess what? We are going to make 2020 a much better year
Absolutely.
really soon. You know what?
Yeah.
It's been horrible, but guess what? We all need to step up, and we all need to say, let's move forward, and let's learn more. Let's learn facts and treat people with kindness. And Kelly has always been fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, I'm here. Just want to say hello.
Hey, Michael, what's up?
Our second surprise guest.
I could hold my phone.
Yeah.
I mean, the hair is flowing again to like the Red Sox days, and
Yeah, it's classic.
it's long. It's really good.
Yeah.
Quarantine.
Johnny,
it's been great.
would you compare
For
this
us.
year to like being down 3-0 in a series and we have to find a way to win 4 straight games?
You know what? That's what teamwork is all about. You pull together as a team, and Patrick Mahomes was fantastic. That was like one of the best quotes that I ever heard. It was like, when you're in a clubhouse, you never think about differences. Your only thing you're thinking about is winning and being the very best that you can. And I was like, wow, that is truly amazing.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
Mike
About it like
Kelly.
that.
I never
Yeah,
thought about it like that either.
I've known them forever, and at least 5, 6, 7 years, Mike. And you know what? I wish I could see Jerry Cooney beat you up in this month, but I know that you put everything into it to defeat him. He was a champion, and you're going after it, saying, you know what? I'm going to give it my all, and if he knocks me out, it's okay. But at least I'm giving 100% to be the best person I can, for your family, for your daughters, and that's what we all need to think. Let's be the best that we can as TV hosts, as StreamYard hosts. Always be the best that you can.
Well, I got you on my corner, Johnny, December 5th in
Absolutely.
Hoboken. So.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the date now?
December 5th in Hoboken.
Okay,
So
December
we should be good in
5th.
December.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I actually think we're really good. It's just we need to all continue to be smart and do our part, but we should always do that. We don't need to be told to do our part in the community. It's like we should know that already, and that's what's been very difficult with me, because the way I raise my kids and talk to people, I'm like, let's always be the very best we can, learn, study, and always do the right thing.
And that's
Absolutely.
very important.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Johnny, I know that a lot of I'm sure the questions are just flowing in. Who's the toughest pitcher you've ever faced, and why is it Mariano Rivera?
Well, because he throws one pitch and it's a cutter. You know what's coming, and as
Was
a
I right,
left-handed
by the way?
hitter, it makes it very difficult to hit. And I mean, how many saves did he have? Like 628.
652, I think.
Oh,
was the
okay.
number?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, so he's pretty good. And
I'm sure
he
Ray will
wasn't-
yell at me if I get that wrong.
And he wasn't a closer to start his career. He was backing up John Wetland, and he still got that many saves. And he is just tremendous. And I don't have nightmares anymore, because I had my nightmares when I faced him during the regular season and the postseason. So the nightmares are gone, and he was absolutely tremendous.
Well,
Well, I hope-
Tyler, I think we have the rest of the show.
Yeah.
All right, hey guys, Love you guys. Everybody be
Well, I got to do
great,
one last
and-
plug for Johnny. Hey,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Instagram Live tonight at 9 o'clock. There's squats and margaritas on Johnny's Instagram page. Check it out. Do some squats, drink some margaritas. I'll be joining, and I can't wait to see you on there, Johnny.
Yeah, and I'm trying to make the perfect margarita to be ready for this show.
And John, if you're
Alright,
sticking around in the chat, we're gonna play some games later. There's gonna be some fan interaction. I'm sure you have a lot of experience with that. Have some fan interaction stories.
I would love to, but I have 8 kids that
I'm
I
sure.
need to get
Oh,
ready
yeah.
for bed. So
Busy Johnny Damon
guys,
can't get 5 minutes with the guy. Well, thank you very
Love
much,
it.
Johnny.
Thanks,
it was a
brother.
love
pleasure.
you. Hope to see
Bye.
you soon. Mike, Rachel, Tyler, great talking to you. Have a great show.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That was awesome.
That was a pleasant surprise.
I would have loved to just done the whole show with a Q&A session
Yep.
with him.
Can we extend this to a 2-hour special?
Why not?
No, I'm getting the no from our producer, but someday possibly.
Maybe we're getting there.
We're getting there. That'll be our holiday special. We'll have Johnny Damon in a little Yankees Santa hat,
Okay.
and we'll have Kelly back on. It'll be great.
Yes.
Kelly, that was awesome. Did you know that was happening?
Yes, my dad told me.
I
Oh.
told her as it happened. I told her as it was happening, but it's okay.
Yeah. I was trying not to smile when I saw him hovering in the corner of the StreamYard.
I'm still smiling.
Well, we love surprises here at the Chapters Rap Youth Hero Show, but only when they're good ones, and that was definitely a good one.
Yeah.
So, have you cheered for baseball or football? I don't know. I'm trying to shift gears back from the Johnny Damon talk.
Yes.
But-
I joined the team at the basketball season part, so I've only cheered for basketball, and then the rest I've done is competitive. So we don't cheer for a sport, we just perform to compete.
Okay, that's very cool though. That's awesome. And you told your story about how you really spawned that. You spawned a team. There's no other way to phrase it. You spawned a team. You spawned an opportunity for others. What kind of advice would you give to people in your position, whether it's cheering or something else, but specifically cheering, who feel like they're not good enough or they're going through a struggle and feel like they'll get rejected? What would you say to them?
I'd say don't give up. It's always worth it, and even if you have to build the opportunity yourself, it's always worth it, and it's always better to go for it than wonder what if. And everyone has potential that they just need to see. You can find in yourself, and so the wait or the work is always worth it.
Awesome. What else can I say? Kelly, you're a fabulous guest. You've been a pleasure to have on the show. Rachel, I'm sure you feel the same way. If you're into it, we would definitely love to have you again, possibly more frequently.
Of course.
And, especially if we get more surprise guests, but even if we don't, we would love to talk to just you. Because your story it's incredible and inspiring, and all those words that I've said before, and can talk till I'm blue in the face. So, Kelly, any final thoughts you want to give before we kind of keep going?
We'll talk about the Night to Shine Tim Tebow event that Johnny and Kelly had first met at that Tim Tebow's event. Kelly, tell a little bit about your Night to Shine
Night to
experience.
Shine. It's a prom for kids and adults with special needs to all become prom kings and queens, and just have a night to have fun and dance and just enjoy themselves and be away from any pressures of everyday life.
That's awesome.
Really special.
I've been to that. It's
Yes,
fun.
it's really fun.
I haven't. No one asked me.
No one has to really ask. I mean, you can go as a guest.
Kidding. But that's amazing. So, Kelly, you were a pleasure to have on, and we look forward to hearing